Welcome to Room 9, the region's largest classroom. I am Mrs. Wright and I teach at Monroe Elementary in St. Charles. Today I will be teaching a reading lesson meant for second grade, but as always, everyone of any age, any style of learning, grown-ups, adults, can learn with us. Okay? Alrighty, let's get started. I am really having a really great week. It's been a great week. I do need to drink more water. What is something that's been really good in your week so far? Tell me about it. Yeah, so I think I've talked to you guys about this before. So sometimes maybe we get into like a mindset where we're sad or we're feeling frustrated a lot or we're just feeling like blah, right? And to be honest, during COVID and this pandemic, it's been easy to feel that way a lot because things are just different at school. You have to wear masks, or if you're not at school yet, maybe when you go out in public, you have to wear a mask, or maybe you're not going out in public as much as you were. Things just feel a little different, right? So it's easy to get kind of sad about that or just wish that things would go back to the way they were before this pandemic. So I found that something that really has helped me is thinking about all the good things that either happened the day before or that have happened recently or that maybe have happened in the last hour. Anything that can cheer me up. So I'm flinging these scissors around. I just got our vocab cards. I don't know why I'm doing that. Something that helps me is to think of all the things that make me happy. So here I go, okay? Something that's made me happy today is we had a really fun writing celebration at school, and it was good to see some of my friends I haven't seen in a long time. Something else that brought me joy is Molly's haircut. Something else that brought me joy was Mr. Wright coming back. He had to go and do something today, so it was good to see him. Something else that brought me joy was, this is really silly, but when I came home, we have like one of those Roombas that cleans the floor. The Roomba had done the best job it's done in a long time. So like the floors were super, super clean and there were no dishes in the sink. So just little things that made me happy. And sometimes it sounds silly, but ice cold water sometimes makes me super happy. I don't know. So just looking for those little things that bring a lot of good to your day, okay? A lot of joy. So let's get ourselves in the green zone, ready to learn. Hang on, let me fix something real quick. How's that? I think it's about the same. That's okay. Okay, so let's do some deep breaths. Do them with me. I feel like I need one more. Let's do one more. Nice job. All right, let's get our learning started. Remember our objectives. I will be able to use word solving strategies, and I will be able to identify main idea and key details. We're working with nonfiction this week, and as I've mentioned, sometimes when we are working with nonfiction, we kind of forget all those awesome word solving strategies that we know, because sometimes the nonfiction words are a little more intimidating. So we're just going to remind ourselves of those today. And let's get this party started. I'm pretty sure I say that every day, but I think it's a great joke, and I'm pretty sure my class is probably tired of hearing it, but that's okay. So these are 2 vocabulary words that I picked out from this book for us. A lot of the vocabulary will be covered that we come across, so I didn't want to do those because nonfiction usually explains what something means. So this first one is mainly. Beautiful, mainly. Mainly can also mean mostly, most of. So if I said, this is mainly the only water bottle I use. I might use another water bottle, but I pretty much use this one, okay? Or pink is mainly my favorite color. A lot of the time I also like black too, but mainly pink, okay? Okay. Next word, underground. I want you to think if you know what that means, maybe. Underground. Yeah, compound word, ground, under. Yeah, something that's beneath, below, in the ground, right? Like maybe a nest. Maybe some animals make their homes underground. Okay, nice work. Let's get started. This is one of my go-to strategies for solving words. It's probably one of yours too, okay? It's similar to look through the whole word. Look through the whole word is like reminding yourself, like we did patches for look through the whole word. I guess I forgot to chart it. We did patches, and that reminded us, don't just say patch, there's an ending, and I know at is, right? I know all those sounds, so look through all of the word. Now, this word goes right along with it, because as you're looking through the whole word, you want to look at all the parts. This chart started off so nice, didn't it? Look at all the parts, the chunks that you know, right? Look for those chunks that you know. So let's go ahead and get some practice with doing this. And then we can read a little bit more and do some main idea work. So, Baby Carnivores. This book is being read with permission from Peachtree Publishing. What is in this book? La 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 la. It looks like little baby animals, right? Yeah. So, lots of different things to learn about. We're going to start by reading on page 4 and 5. Mostly, we're going to be reading on pages 4 and 5. But we're going to look at all the parts of these words to figure it out. First of all, there's already a word in the heading that I'm like, what is this? I'm going to write this word out because it helps me to see it, okay? And I think that's too far away, so I'm going to write it on one that you can see a little. So here is the word. Okay? Now, I'm going to look for chunks that I know. Here I go. I see a chunk. Ooh. Hold on. I see car. Car. I see or. Okay, I know these sounds, right? So now I can do this. Carnivore. 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 I think I've heard of a carnivore before. Let's see. What is a carnivore? Woo! So So that is one way. I looked through the whole word, but I also looked for those chunks, those parts that I knew. Let's keep reading. Okay. Animals eat different kinds of food. Some animals eat mainly plants. Some eat other animals. Animals that eat mainly other animals are called carnivores. Meat eaters. Oh, carnivore means meat eater. Carnivores can be birds, snakes, and fish, but the carnivores in this book belong to a group of mammals called carnivora. Mammals are animals that have hair or fur on their bodies. Mammals that belong to the carnivora group also have sharp teeth and long, let's look at that word. And long, yeah, so I'm going to look through some parts that I know real quick, and I know, I'm going to write it out for you. This always helps me. Right? I know ED has 3 different sounds it could make. It could say D, T, or ed. Right? D, T, ed. I also know that OI says oi. Okay? And I know P says P. N says N. T says T. So P, oi, N, T. Oi, p, oi, t, did, ed, t, p, oi, t, t. No, we know it's not the t sound. It'd be weird if it was t, t. P, oi, tid, pointed, pointed, right? Pointed? Yes, pointed. Okay. Mammals that belong to the carnivora group also have sharp teeth and long pointed claws. Whoa. I'm going to keep reading. All right, get ready. You're going to try some of these from milk to meat. Mammal babies. Do you know that? Could you use the strategy? Look at that next word. Mammal babies. Try that. Ooh, yeah. I see DR says der, and then I know that word family, INK, says ink. So put it together, der, ink, drink. Milk that is made in the bodies of their mothers. Drinking mother's milk is called nursing. Mammal babies nurse soon. What is that word? What chunks do you know? Yeah, ER. So let's say the other sounds. After. After. Good. After they are born. As the babies grow, they nurse less. What is that? They nurse less. I see 2 little words. Do you? OF says of. TEN says 10. Of 10? Of 10? Not of 10, it's often. Good. Often, and start eating the food their parents eat. Nice job. So, one of the most important strategies we've learned is using all 3 of these together, actually. Often, we learned that one, and we found often, right? We also did carnivore. That one was a hard one to figure out, but we saw or, car, and we were able to say the other sounds, all right? So remember, anytime you are reading, you should be utilizing these strategies. Okay, so we are going to switch now to another super important strategy in nonfiction, which is finding the main idea. We are going to read this section called Learning to be Predators. But I wanted to read a little bit of this book first because I just kind of like it. So let's read, where do they live? Carnivores live all over the world in different habitats or natural places. Some live in forests and some live on savannas. Savannas are large grassy areas with a few trees. Carnivores also live in deserts, which are dry areas that get very little rain. There are also carnivores that live in water habitats such as oceans and rivers. Pet dogs and cats are carnivores that live with people. All right, this is a real picture, and here's the caption. This cheetah mother and her 5 cubs live on the savanna in Africa. Savannas are hot and dry for most of the year. Cheetahs are wild cats that hunt animals such as zebras and antelopes. This picture? These coyote pups live in a forest where many trees and other plants grow. This meerkat family lives in a hot, dry desert in Africa. Polar bears live in a cold place in the north of Earth called the Arctic. Part of the Arctic is frozen ocean and part is land. Polar bears spend time on both land and in the ocean. Okay, I really wanted to read about this too. The dog family. Wolves, foxes, coyotes, and jackals belong to the dog family. To the dog family. Oh, I'm sorry. Pet puppy is right here. They are wild dogs. Wild dogs live in different parts of the world. They're so cute. Their homes are in nature or in outdoor places not made by people. Pet dogs live with people. I have a pet dog, right? Let's see if she'll come. Molly, come here. Wolves are the biggest members of the dog family. They hunt large prey such as deer. This mother and pup live in a forest. Coyotes hunt rabbits, squirrels, and other small prey. These coyote pups are not yet ready to hunt. Their mother feeds them. This jackal mother is feeding her pup meat brought up from her stomach. Wolf and coyote mothers also feed their babies this way when they return from hunting. That is disgusting. One of these red fox kits is nursing, and another is looking for prey that may be hiding under the ground. Foxes hunt, but they also eat plants. Okay, I'm going to read you a section called Learning to be Predators, and then you are going to try and find the main idea and the key details, okay? Main idea, what the text is all about. We know one strategy is to look at the first sentence. Not the only strategy, we're gonna talk about another one. And just because you look at the first sentence doesn't mean it's the main idea sentence. Okay, learning to be predators. Many carnivores are predators. Predators hunt other animals. The animals that predators hunt are called prey. Baby predators hunt with their mothers. Their mothers teach them how to catch prey in different ways. This is a caption right here. This lion cub is practicing her hunting skills by gently biting her mother's neck. Some predators chase their prey and then pounce on it to bring it down. Speed is important for these predators. Cheetahs are the fastest runners. This baby cheetah is practicing running. The lion mother is taking her cubs to be part of the animal she has hunted. To eat part of the animal she has hunted. Soon, the cubs will also start hunting. This brown bear mother is teaching her cub how to fish for salmon. Salmon are fish that swim up waterfalls where brown bears wait to catch them. All right, so learning to be predators. We're just going to focus on this paragraph right here, okay? Let's try and find the main idea. Many carnivores are predators. Predators hurt other animals. The animals that predators hurt are called prey. Baby predators hunt with their mothers. Their mothers teach them how to catch prey in different ways. What is this part of the text all about? What is the main idea? What is it trying to teach you? So one strategy that I'm going to teach you right now is to look for words or phrases that are repeated. Okay, so that's another strategy. Oops. Look for words or phrases, whoops, that are repeated. So the main idea of this section, many carnivores are predators. Predators hunt the other animals. Yes, you're so right. So the main idea is many carnivores are predators that hunt other animals. That's what this whole section is about, okay? Baby predators hunt with their moms is a supporting detail, right? What's another supporting detail? Yeah, if you're being hunted, you're the prey. If you're being hunted by an animal, you're the prey. And yes, the last one, mothers teach their babies to hunt for prey. Woohoo! You did it. You're doing such an amazing job with main idea. I am proud of you. Let's read one more section and then you can try it on your own. Let's see. Yeah. Seals and sea lions. Seals and sea lions live in oceans. They are animals called pinnipeds? I've never heard of that. Pinnipeds. Sea lions have ear flaps and can walk on land. Seals do not have ear flaps. They can swim well in water, but they do not move easily on land. Both seals and sea lions have thick layers of blubber and can eat fish, squid, and crabs. It says this is a sea lion pup, like a baby sea lion. This harp seal pup, so cute, lives in the Arctic. It was just born. Its mother has gone to find fish to eat in the ocean. She will be back soon so her pup can nurse. All right, what is the main idea? What is this section trying to teach us? What is it mainly about? Yes, seals and sea lions are pinnipeds that live in oceans. That's the main idea. Sea lions have ear flaps, and can walk on land. Seals do not have ear flaps. They can swim well in water. They both have blubber. So this section is almost like comparing and contrasting seals and sea lions, right? So I would almost say like seals and sea lions have things in common and things that are different, and then list some for each, right? Like seals don't have ear laps. They can swim well in water, but not on land. Sea lions have ear flaps, can walk on land. They both have layers of blubber and eat squid, fish, and crabs. All right, you guys did an amazing job today working on solving word solving strategies and finding the main idea in nonfiction texts. I will see you back here tomorrow. Bye.
Teaching in Room 9 is made possible with support of Bank of America, Dana Brown Charitable Trust, Emerson, and viewers like you.